Where we last left our heroes, they began venturing toward Silver Rock on a mission to essentially take off the head of the serpent that is the man known as Baron Barristan Kench of Silver Rock. He has started a revolution of sorts, trying to take a massive chunk of the northern territory away from the dragons of Dragon Rest, basically taking time to seize the opportunity that befell with the fall of the capital. He has sent an army westward to try to capture the wall, the only source of land travel between the kingdoms of the north and the kingdoms of Dragon's Rest. As Hresh, the general of the army, went to face Kench's army on the field of combat, the party has snuck into Silver Rock with the assistance of a runner by the name of Flix, snuck through the sewer, where they realize not all is well, seeing some general corruption, the smell of blood reeking through the air, and upon surfacing in the noble area of Silver Rock, have found the homes essentially abandoned and made their way to the front of the Kench estate, where they now seek to enter and finish off Barristan Kench once and for all. Let me pull us back to where I had us before. Now, it's been some time, so...
I'm glad my short-term memory issues have made this more of an adventure for me.
Oh my lord.
Well, hopefully I recapped enough for you to comprehend exactly what's been going on and where you're at.
Kench bad?
Kench bad, yes.
Kench bad.
Kench
Kench-
bad! Okay.
Kench bad guy. Kench hurt lot people.
Oof. Bad man do that.
Yeah, only bad man.
Oh, he's bad. Dennis is bad man.
As the rain pours down on you, you stand before the Kench estate. Its windows dark, lifeless.
You guys, this. Aswell just kind of scanning around. How is it silent?
Aside from the cawing of the crow every now and again and the crack of thunder, pretty much.
This feels like a trap.
Every time we go in the front door, this happens.
It is true.
So, should we throw a rock at it?
I mean, we could, but I don't know if he'd take the time, with as short-sighted as he is, to set up wards and defenses. Then again, he has been kind of crazy lately.
Nara looks at everyone's faces and slowly, bends down to pick up a rock while not breaking eye contact with anyone.
It's not too hard to find a loose piece of rubble in this cobblestone walkway.
And she stands up and hurls it at the door, which
Go
they're
ahead and
in front of.
give me an athletics check.
God, I knew you were going to say it, and my athletics are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be really sad.
Mm.
Seven.
Mm.
It's not too hard to throw a rock from where you are to the front
Thank God.
door. You throw it, it kind of clatters against the heavy wooden door that sits on a very large brass frame. Get a nice little tunk, and then it kind of clack, clack, clack back down onto the front walkway there. Nothing seems to happen from that.
Now I'm
Go ahead and
bored.
make
Should we go
yeah.
in?
Go ahead and make me a perception check though.
Okay. I would love to do that. 28.
There appears to be some movement you can see through the very very dim and dusty kind of like stained glass windows that you can see on this area here. You can kind of see some movement on that side, almost as if something is peering out at you.
Can I make
And-
it what it is?
With the perception check you made, you kind of see it as kind of like the shape of a humanoid, which backs away shortly thereafter. After what looks to be like it like puts its hand up to kind of glance out and wanders back.
Well, we've definitely been spotted now, so we should just go inside, right?
Yep. Daenerys going to wander up to the door, and he's going to try the handle.
The door's a little further up there. It's on the walkway there, kind of like back in this area here. You see
Oh,
the
my
big,
microphone
heavy
was
wooden
muted.
doors there. Trying the door, it does seem like it is. Well, it's not budging basically. Like you kind of rock it back and forth. It's either locked or barred.
I just realized my mic is muted. That radius around me is detect magic.
Okay.
It's either locked or barred. Asmo, think you can pick it?
Let's give it a little whirl here.
Asmo's gonna try and pick that lock, Nick.
All right. Go ahead and pick it a lock. Give me a sleight of hand.
21.
Oh, 21. It's thieves' tools. That's right. As you start to work your thieves' tools in there, it's a pretty robust lock, but your
Jeez,
expertise in thievery just
on.
kind of click,
They
click,
got like
click.
it's got like 3 latches in there. Hold on. Let me just
Asmo's got
And you
like a
hear
zero hole.
you hear a very satisfying pop of the lock as you like twist it to the side and unlock it.
Oh, there. Oh, that's about the best they could do. Not too bad. Oh, thank God it's not magic.
All right, Asmo steps back.
Is the door open inwards or outwards?
It looks like it opens outwards.
All right. Daenerys will grab the handle and use the door for cover as he begins to try to open it.
All right. So this is where everybody's gonna be standing when Daenerys opens the door.
Asmo's gonna get behind Denier.
And Nara's gonna. You know what? Nara's just gonna stay put.
All right.
I think I'm gonna shift a little bit over here.
Because
Near-
which door is it? The one on the right?
It's just one big, massive, almost kind of like barn
oh.
door.
Okay.
As he swings open this large gated door, you get a moment of to kind of like whiff the old, kind of like musty air that ruminates from inside before you see a glimmer shooting towards you,
Oh.
Nara. That is a nat 20 as a man decked out in armor, a kind of a glazed look across his face, hurls a spear at you.
Oh.
That's going to be 12 points of piercing damage, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Great. Well, there went
just a-
that temp health.
Yeah. I was gonna say, gentle reminder, you all have 9 temporary hit points.
14.
15.
5.
All right, let me get you in order here.
Damn it, Salem, stealing my good rolls.
And to what effect, we know not.
I ain't got no job.
Oh my god.
All right. The man standing kind of behind an elevated banister, begins kind of like rummaging to grab for another spear. Meanwhile, Denier, there is a stained glass window behind you. You hear it crack and shatter as another spear, as a spear flies out from it. It misses you, as this guy was rolling with disadvantage from the low light scenario. But when the window shatters, you can now see there is another man on the inside there, shooting a spear outwards towards you from this kind of bar-plated steel stained glass window. Having missed, he's going to attempt again, this time without disadvantage, as he now has a clear vision. But he's still really bad, so he misses. As you kind of like duck and move out of the way, he kind of gets the spear kind of like into the door a little bit as he tries to pull it back out. Nara, you're up.
I'm gonna go cast. I'm gonna cast haste.
All right, who are you cast? Let's see, it's within 30 feet. Who are you casting it on?
I am casting it on Asmo.
Oh shit!
Asmo, as you see the spear getting pulled out of the wood, and the wood kind of splinters just kind of in between you and Denier, the world seems to slow down around you as your eye dilates and your pulse begins to quicken.
And just before she casts it, she because where did the spear hit me again?
As the spear flew out, it probably nailed you kind of like square, just inside of your left shoulder.
So she's like yanking the spear out and then immediately looking over to Asmo and going, "Kill him with your knives."
As she's saying that, it's kill him with your knives.
You hear really quickly.
All right. So that was your action. You still have a bonus action and your movement.
Okay, bonus action. I can send Whisper Cat, correct?
You, is summoning Whisper an action or a bonus action?
Oh, crumbles. I close my page.
It's a bonus action.
Okay, so yes, you may.
Excellent. Gonna do that when I get to the page that has it.
All right,
Oh,
let
Whisper
me.
Cat. So Nara pulls out the spear, immediately casts haste on haste on Asmo, and then just with the same arm that was out to cast it, pulls her arm forward and points at the one that threw the spear.
Your shadow kind of undulates and pries itself off the ground, taking the form of your shadowy feline friend. It gives a meow with anticipation. Let's see, I'm trying to remember how its initiative works. I think it's separate from your own unoccupied space. Yes.
It's separate.
So let me go ahead and roll initiative for Whisper. I will place them in the order as is necessary. Okay. Next up, the gentleman has found another spear.
Oh,
Shit. Another.
Oh yeah, you still have a
Nara's
movement action.
also gonna move.
Go for it.
So, let's see. So there's only one door and it's swinging and it's in front of Asmo and Denier.
Yes. Yeah, so this area right here is kind of blocked off from his line of sight.
Okay. We'll call that safe for now since spears seem to be the thing. Where was the other one that had spears?
The other spear user is directly behind Denier over here. So
okay. And there's
seeing
a window
that,
behind Denier.
yes, and now there's a window beside you as you're kind of like peering around the corner. This guy, noticing that you've now ducked out of sight, is going to move himself. Unfortunately, nobody from that vantage point has a good vision on
view.
this side of the room just yet. As both Denier and Asmo are behind a door.
Okay.
All right, this guy has moved. Asmo, you're up.
Okay, I wanted to ask you a question about the thing that's opened up beside Denier. I think you cut out on my end. Is it like a door or like a hole or a window or?
It's a window that it made of stained glass. It has bars over it. It would be too thin for you to fit through, but thin, like it's thin enough that you could probably poke a spear through it.
Good, because I was about to say, I wish there was an action to. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I can't be on the same square as somebody else, can I?
With the amount of space you have, it would be a little awkward.
All right, am I able to? If a spear has an extra 5 feet of reach, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now I cannot spear through an ally's position, correct?
You
to get to
you
an
can
enemy.
move through their square though.
You can move through their square. That I do know, but I was just. I want to try and stab him, but unfortunately I can't because Denier is like right on the spot where I need to get. So,
If you wanted to treat it like you were trying to operate in the same space as Denier, I would let you do it as an attack with disadvantage. Where you're kind of like both back to back, kind of bumping the door. Otherwise, you could run around it and just try to get in there. You do have double your move speed right now.
it's true, I do. That's why I just don't know how to get in there. So, I gamble going in there, setting off a bunch of other guys. So, sorry, I've been thinking this whole time what to do in this scenario, and
You never know. It might be worth it to set a bunch of people off.
Okay, so I
You
have double
do
movement.
have really high AC right now.
That is true. So Asmo is going to. All right, fucking in for a penny. 1, 2, 30, and then. So Asmo is going to. I have 60, right? So Asmo's going to move 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I have 60, so...
Here, just take the first 15 of that, and you'll be able to reveal the room around you.
Okay.
So that way you'll know where you're running.
Okay.
All right, as you run in, you take a quick glance around the room,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the guy who ran off with the spear is now starting to throw it towards you as you're the first person to enter.
That's the guy to the left. That's the guy to the left on the left side of the map, correct?
Yes, he was the guy that ran off from Nara. So let me uncover a bit more of the room for you. His attack misses horrifically no matter how you cut it.
Because I'm not. Because now I'm going to come up from like Lancelot from Monty Python. Ha ha!
Okay, so yeah, he throws the spear. You're running, like, as the spear's leaving his hand, you kind of, like, duck your head to the side. The spear kind of, like, glances off the side of your face. You run up to him with a grin, ready to take this, like, ruin this whole man's world.
Chimera Fang, 24.
That absolutely hits.
13 plus 5
Oh.
electric.
All right, as you stab Chimera into this man's fleshy bits, you see this glazed look on his face. He seems to wince a little, as if like just barely registering that that's happened. The electricity goes off. His body convulses.
Okay, with a perception, would a perception or investigation, can I tell if these guys have been hexed?
I will count that as a free action. Sure, go ahead and give me a perception check, just to try to get a read on this guy.
7.
Oh.
There could be a lot of things wrong with this guy, but he's definitely not in his right mind.
Oh, that's not good. Anyways, he's going to be dealing with Kabuto now. So here comes Kabuto with the offhand. 24.
Oh my
24
Lord.
still hits.
8 piercing plus 3 cold.
All right, it's another 11 damage as you across the other side of his body, just kind of like slice into his side with Kabuto. The blood begins to erupt out of him, but is instantly frozen into a torrent of like blood glaciers that only seem to widen the wound.
Ugh.
Now we are level 11, so I have. Oh my god. I have 4
Yes,
attacks.
you have.
Yeah, and an extra attack.
You
from
have
haste.
you have 3 attacks plus your bonus attack for your offhand. Oh
Not
yeah,
just-
that's right, and an
you have
additional
haste.
attack. Yeah, which
So
means
when
you
you
have an
get-
additional 3 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I have extra attack. Your attack, you get an extra. Your number of attacks increased to 3 when you reach the 11th level. So
Yes,
I have an extra.
so-
Yeah.
So
you're
with
gonna be attacked
haste-
for all time.
With haste, you get 2 attack actions. Anytime you take the attack action, you get the extra attacks.
So I have 6 attacks.
7.
Holy shit! Let's just get
So-
right into it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chimera Fang, 25.
Also hits.
12 plus 4 electric.
Jesus.
Okay, that's an additional 16 points of damage. His body's just kind of like shaking back and forth here.
Kabuto with a 17.
17 also hits.
8 plus 1.
Another 9 points of damage.
Haste is 1 extra attack, not 2. But it's plus 2 AC.
It gives him an additional attack action though, and anytime he takes the attack action, he
He gets
Oh.
2.
gets the extra
Oh.
attacks. Yeah.
So I
Oh.
get 3 and 3, and then 1 for my off.
Holy
for my extra.
God.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Never mind.
Yeah. No, it is
A lot.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
This is my super mode essentially. You literally
Kiss, kiss.
fall in love. Okay, a third Chimera Fang. 29.
Oh my god.
29 also hits.
10
Wow.
plus 3.
Okay. So as you basically stab into this guy again, you realize with this one, he's been dead for he was basically falling to the ground dying, and with this one you basically make a Pez dispenser out of him as you like kind of swivel to the side, slice at his neck, and his head just kind of rolls back, his facial expression contorting and moving, his face still animating as he collapses to the ground.
Is there a table like right behind him?
Yes, and
What is-
his head kind of rolls back onto it.
I was gonna kick him onto the table. And Aswa just turns, ha, because. So 5 plus I'm good. All right, that ends my turn. I just obliterfucked a dude.
All right, you just kind of like
Cool.
spin around.
What about
just-
this area up here?
Yeah, I was just about to reveal that as Asmo was eviscerating that guy. Why is it not revealing? There we go. There is another gentleman right there.
I have my bonus action still, right?
Your bonus action was used on, I'm guessing, one of the Kabuto attacks. Hold on, how many attacks have you used?
I didn't get to my extra attack. That's my extra attack is my bonus action.
4, 5.
Didn't finish off my attacks, Nick.
Yeah, he's not done.
I'm not done yet, Nick.
He's not done yet.
I pull out my throwing daggers. I fucking
Oh, yay.
no. I
Oh.
pull out one throwing dagger and I throw it at that guy. 10.
10 misses.
That's okay because while I was throwing that, I was pulling out my other weapon and I unsling it from my belt, the javelin.
You
chain.
are equipping and unequipping a lot of weapons for a free action.
Oh.
You have weapons in
No.
your hand. That's how attacks work.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
no. That is perfectly fair. That ends my turn.
Oh.
All right.
No, Nick, I got 25 more attacks, Nick. I'm sorry. I'm just.
I
gonna
mean,
go through
you
your-
do, but I have to let you use them within reason.
I'd like to keep slicing him in half.
Yeah, you sit there like looking at this other guy who's just like kind of staring at you, glazed face, just stab, like with a rapid fire, like you're using the slap chop on this dude's gut or something. All right,
It's literally.
Whisper. I'm going to say, for the benefit of the doubt, does not understand that its target is dead.
Yes.
Is going to rush in and leap on the next, the one closest to where this one ran off to. All right, so let's roll to hit for Whisper. All right, Whisper leaps up upon this gentleman and digs her claws and fangs deep into him, dealing 7 points of damage.
I'll take it.
Denier, you're up.
So, Denier plucks a gilded flower from his pouch. He takes a sniff of it for a second. And as he
Smells
does,
nice.
This thick purple smoke begins to spew from Denier's face to his feet. He smiles a little bit at the man behind him. The thick smoke starting to pool at his feet as he pulls his cloak aside, and there's a satyr at his side.
A satyr. All right, let me.
Satyr.
Asmo does not see this satyr.
I cast.
Technically, only Wolfgang does, as this satyr is popping up. Wait, the satyr is at the guy's side or at your side?
My side.
All right, let me grab you a smiley. Here is your satyr.
Eyes goes, oh fuck.
I cast Summon Fey Spirit.
Oh my god.
The satyr pops out. The satyr pops out of what appears to be the ether of this smoke. Looks around. Wait, what are we doing here?
Oh.
You called me.
Yeah. These folks are the enemy of Arcanos. I say
Fuck
we get.
'em!
Yeah, let's get him. He's in
Oh.
there. And that
Love it.
ends my turn. His action immediately takes over. So what he does is he has a couple of very nifty special abilities. He is in Furious mode, which means he has the Impassioned Step. So he's going to use his Phase Step ability to blink over behind this there gentleman. I cannot move him for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay. I'm gonna fuck him in the arse. Boom.
Oh.
And he's going to get his attacks in. And I am going to roll those since I've already got that set up.
Oh, bloody
So,
hell, Denier.
due
What
to
have you
his
done?
Wow.
Impassioned Step, he gets advantage on his first attack.
Ah.
Oh my
Which is
Oh my god. Oh my
He
god.
does, I believe that's 27 points of damage.
Oh.
27 points of damage.
Oh my
That's
god.
attack
good
number
shit.
1.
Taste my steel, fuck lord! Stab.
Second attack is a 21.
Also hits.
Oh.
That is 12 points of damage.
Oh my god.
I will bathe in your fucking blood.
Oh.
And third attack is a nat 1.
And then you'll clink. Oh, a fucking good for you, Mister. I've got fucking armor on.
Wow. Wow.
As his
Every
sword
time-
kind of clatters back down to the ground.
Every time it's the nearest turn, it's always a treat.
Oh my god.
And
Think
that
you're
is-
so high and fucking mighty with your stupid fucking helmet, your shabby surroundings. Oh, look at me! I live in a concrete block.
Wow.
And that is the end of his turn. I have
can-
his
he can-
deck, by the way.
He continues berating the man that's paying him next to no mind. All right, Wolfgang, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
How am I
actually,
gonna
hold on.
follow that up?
Actually, hold on. Sorry. First, it's the guy that's being gored by Whisper.
Right.
He's going to. Actually, for whatever reason, he seems to be ignoring Whisper,
Oh.
staying in combat, but is going to attempt to stab Asmo with his halberd that he has at his side.
With a cat, a giant shadow cat, dug deep in his body.
Okay, so now
Yes.
I got +2 to my AC.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a 17 will not beat that, so he's
Nope.
going to go for his second attack which will also not match your AC.
Yay.
As this guy starts shoving his as Whisper's still like continuously batting at him, clawing at him, kind of like tugging at his arm and sleeve. He's just kind of like wildly thrashing about with this like halberd. All right, now Wolfgang, you're up.
Okay.
Just gonna walk inside, don't you?
Probably. Just gonna. Wait, was that?
Wolfgang, as you take in the surroundings, the last time you were here before the incident with Lord Bahoum, this place was like decked out with beautiful, just it was completely ornate, very well put together, very well kept for. It looks like a bomb went off here. Like something has gone horrifically wrong in this estate. The tapestries are kind of all tattered. Some of them are just discarded and crashed to the ground. The chandelier that once hung in this area has come crash down at your feet as you kind of look around.
Hell has come to this place. Looks like shit. Can I see this guy that's in between Asmo and Whisper?
Yeah, as you glance around, you're able to see him. You can see the cat kind of like pulling at him, and Asmo just fucking ultra instincting this halberd.
Perfect. I'm going to raise Requiem very briefly. The engraving is going to glow with a white light as I cast Eldritch Blast.
Fire your Mega Man Lemon.
Pew! First one's going to be a 17.
Lord.
17 hits.
For 7 force damage.
All right. You fire off the Eldritch Blast. It kind of pops him upside the head, kind of turns his helmet a little bit.
Oh my god.
While his helmet's turned, the second one's a natural 20.
Oh,
Immediately you
yeah.
follow up. Go ahead and roll damage.
Good god.
Oh my! 13 force damage.
My god.
Which essentially fire, like, not only, like, like, as he's kind of, like, turning his head back, the helmet, boom, shatters with this explosive green energy. Shrapnel, like, some of the shrapnel of the helmet is kind of embedded in the side of his face. One of it, like, a little shard of it is actually kind of coming out of his eye right now.
Ugh. Is he reacting at all?
He's trying to close his eye, and he's, like, you can see, like, a tear of blood kind of, like, drizzling down his cheek.
Let's try to put him out of his misery.
Oh my
I get
god.
one more. Another natural 20!
Wow.
Blast away, man. This is insane.
Oh my god. That's another 9 force damage.
And with that, a massive chunk of his flesh from his, like, the side of his face and the eyeball with the shard sticking out of it just kind of like pops out of his head. The eyeball just kind of like dangling there, the shard still in it. He's still moving.
Ugh.
This man is... His face is like you can see his mouth kind of contorting, just... Like, you can tell he is in an immense amount of pain right now, but he can't stop.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I can't use Gunslinger. It needs to be a one-handed weapon. That's gonna be my turn, I think.
Back up the list. This guy is ignoring your Fey friend and is attacking you, still trying to attack you, Danir.
Okie doke.
Once again, he throws his spear out, shoves his spear out the window. A 12 is not going to hit you.
It will not.
But will a... Oh, actually, a 25 might.
Oh.
Yeah.
That might hit you.
Yeah, that'll do. Let's see, that's going to be 9 points of piercing damage, which I'm guessing just gets absorbed by your arcane ward.
You are correct, sir.
As he finally gets a true shot on you, his spear fires out. You just kind of like stare him in the eye as the spear would have hit like directly between your eyes, just gets caught by this arcane ward, the crackling energy shoving it back as his muscles tense. He tries to push it further, but is ultimately dejected. Nice try, fucknut! Nice try, fucknut! Says the satyr as he's like scrunching around on the ground trying to pick his sword back up.
Gotta say that the satyrs seem to really swear a lot. It must be a very casual liberal society they live in.
Oh my god.
Nara, you're up again.
All right. Well, she's rather peeved at this moment in time. And now that it seems clear, because she could see inside the window and see that Whisper is on that dude, and that a satyr's in there. So let's see. How far can I go? I can go 30, right?
I believe so.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see if I can go there, correct?
I believe you are correct.
All right. She's gonna like waltz in real mad. And immediately Tango Muerte ranged on him.
All right, you kind of like throw your hand out. The scythe spins to life at your side and instantly crooks out to slice at this man.
And that's a 25.
25 does indeed hit.
What?
25 does hit.
Oh, I was gonna fucking say. I was like, really? 10. 8 for slashing, 2 necrotic.
All right. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm putting this on the right. Yes. Okay.
And she's kind of got the one arm limp down at her side and is using the, I think that's her right arm that's not injured, hopefully.
Yes.
And as she's sending it, she also sends a little flippy bird.
Yeah, like as Tango Muerte like flies out, just cuts straight through his armor like butter at his side. You can see him kind of like wince backwards as he's pulling the spear back, and just kind of like glances over slightly as you're flipping him the bird with like a smirk on your face.
That's the Pennywise smirk.
His eyes begin to like kind of fade and wobble. Asmo, you're up.
Oh.
Oh, unless you had a bonus action you wanted to use, Nara. Sorry.
Wait, I could throw it again, correct?
As a bonus action, I do believe, yes, you can use Tango Muerte as a bonus action, so
And
feel
we're
free to
gonna
do it a second time.
13?
13, unfortunately, will not hit. As
Tingle.
it flies past, it kind of like ping off the thickest part of his helmet, just kind of like smacking him slightly with the stick part as it like travels back. The satyr kind of looks at you. I know, right? It's fucking annoying.
Very annoying. And also, you said that his eyes fade and wobble for a minute. Is there a perception check I can toss in there? Momentary perception?
Sure.
15.
Best you can tell, this guy is just kind of, like, he's definitely doing this against his will, if he has a will right now. But his eyes are just kind of, like, undulating and moving. He's clearly in a lot of pain.
Right.
And is unable to process it properly.
Got it. Okay. That gives me a little more.
Then, Asmo, it is now you're up again.
Mama said, knock you out. I'm gonna keep swinging at this side now. So immediately with Chimera Fang. 30.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure a 30 hits.
11 plus 5, 16.
16 points of damage will hurt quite a bit.
So much more worried as these great rolls keep coming.
Barely.
Fighters don't get improved criticals, do they?
Not unless they take it as a feat. Or,
No, I don't have.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's a
I know
specific
there's
type of fighter thing.
I know there is something near the end of their like leveling up thing where a 19 will also trigger like a
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's later
yeah.
on.
I believe
Yeah,
it's
not at
later
level
on.
11. Let them have three
Level
attacks
11,
first.
Level 11, I just got my extra attack, so now my base is 4 if I use my bonus action for that extra attack. Right now, I'm
God,
currently
oh
in
my
super.
God.
I'm currently Super Saiyan right now, so I gotta kill this guy with a Kabuto now. Back Kabuto with my offhand 19.
Wow.
19 does hit.
8 plus 4, 12.
And in fact, as you drive Kabuto in the side of his head where the eyes just kind of dangling off, you shink. His entire head just kind of like freezes up, and his body kind of clatters to the ground.
Asmo hearing the commotion. Moving around at the speed of sound.
Wolfgang, Nara, you feel wind blow by you, and on the other side, and suddenly Asmo is in front of you, Nara.
Boom, 19.
That'll hit.
9 plus 4, 13.
13 points of damage.
Nara's Pennywise smile is just widening ever the more.
How do you want to do this?
You know what I want to do? I want to just stop right beside him, and just kind of punching behind into his heart. Just.
I love going fast.
As he like turns back towards fighting Denier, he gets ready. He gets himself in like the thrust stance, which does put his back squarely at you. And as he starts to thrust his spear forward, what were you? You were attacking with Chimera. So you thrust Chimera's blade straight in. It goes all the way through his back armor, out his chest. On the other side is his heart on a shish kebab as it.
Oh.
And Asmo pulls it out.
So fast! So fast!
It's like that one scene from Resident Evil 4.
Oh shit.
Nara and Wolfgang, go ahead and make me a perception check real quick.
Here we go.
21.
Natural 20 again!
Oh my
God.
god!
What is happening?
Concern. Growing concern.
Dear Lord. As Asmo is bathing in the glory that is this, like, slaughter, you're both kind of turning. Nara, you see it for only a minute as a door over on the far side of the room closes. Wolfgang, you manage to see a cloaked face peeking out as it closes the door, and you can hear the pitter-pattering of feet running in one direction.
Someone's
running down the hallway.
Nara's gonna turn to Asmo and say, "Go kill it."
Oh man, I was right.
How long does haste
I actually got-
last?
I think
I
it's
actually-
like an hour.
A minute.
1
What?
minute.
I thought it was longer.
Okay, but here's the thing. The 3 rounds in combat that it's been on is the equivalent of 15 seconds. So
Hell
he still has
yeah.
it for another 45.
Yes.
Okay,
He
I
has
still
it
have
for
20
7
extra.
more rounds.
I got 20 extra. I still have 20 feet of movement. So.
Yeah,
You see
I'm
him,
not
like,
counting this.
Naruto
I'm
running.
not gonna count this as rounds anymore. I'm just gonna say it takes you about 10 seconds to get like from there, get that message, and boom, you're at that door.
All right, I kick open the door.
Give me an athletics check.
I don't have time. I don't have the convenience. This just a check, regular strength. or-
Athletics check.
Athletics.
24.
You boot the door. You can tell that it was locked. It's like splinters and kind of cracks. You can get the door open now. As you crack, you feel the force of the wood slam against your foot. Let me.
Immediately look left, right.
You see a hallway down here. You do hear a door close around the corner of that hallway.
I just beeline it immediately for there.
All right. Give me a perception check to decipher which of these doors it was.
Oh, more.
Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Faster, 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 faster.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
12.
You think it came from either this one or this one.
Oh man.
Ah, boy.
One at the very end.
All right. Once again, are you just going to kick that door open?
Yeah, this guy's running, so I don't have the convenience of. I'm assuming guys are following. Everyone's following me. So yeah,
I was about to ask: are we in a position to follow him at this point, or?
He's moving so fast.
You guys, by this point, as he's running, would probably, if you were going to follow his exact path, would have probably made it about to here.
Okay.
And the satyr and the satyr has had time to say, "The fuck's his deal?"
Chasing somebody. Apparently, the person we're here to kill.
Bodies to get.
You lot are violent. I like you. All right. So you make that door. Go ahead and give me another athletics check as you boot it down.
oh yeah, gotta kick them doors. Gotta kick them doors.
Break the doors down.
21.
Whoa.
This one just flies open, and as you kick it down, you see this door right over here. Sorry. Every time I click the reveal thing, it doesn't let me do the ping. You see this door right here come to a close, and you hear footsteps, just clamoring on the other side.
I
Just
immediately
booking
run to this
whole ass.
door. There's other door kicking down this door. Ah!
Go ahead.
Hear a lot of doors.
9. Fuck! I knew it was
No!
gonna get.
This one kind of stubs your toe, and as you kind of reel back, the world begins to speed up around you, and you can feel yourself getting out of breath. What is the effect of haste as it ends?
He can't act on his next turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
So as you kick it, you feel yourself get lightheaded, and you just kind of spin out and just kind of collapse down to the ground as the door kind of thuds against your foot.
I'm just imagining him going for a kick, but the door wins, pushes Asmo back, and he hits his head on the other wall. My God, that door got him back. So yeah, Asmo's now a little bit. Asmo's low key, just kind of faints. Asmo, with his last breath, just points to this door and just goes, "This door, he's running."
Could probably cheese it there if I double move.
Yeah, you guys can catch up with Asmo here.
And then Whisper would just follow, correct?
Yeah. Whisper, who no longer has a target to attack, is just kind of sticking with you at the moment. But will eventually fade back into your shadow.
Okay.
The satyr. How long does your spell last there, Denier?
An hour.
All right, so this satyr's just kind of chilling out with you. Oh, I ain't seen many places like this. You lot sure are an excitable bunch.
Yeah. We're going after a guy that likes to kill himself some magic bloods, as they're called, sorcerers. The folks that Arcanos has been creating as of late.
I don't know too much about that. Well, if you don't like Arcanos, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
I love this guy so much already, Lenny.
Nara's gonna try Was the door locked or just? We haven't tried it yet.
It was definitely it definitely stopped Asmo from booting it. You don't know if it's locked or barred or what.
Nara's gonna immediately try the handle.
As you look at this door, it does indeed not have a keyhole on it. So yeah, so it's just kind of barred from the other side, it seems.
I cast Reduce on the door.
Oh my God.
That's simple enough. As you walk up to it, Denier, make sure to cross it off. You just kind of look at it, take out some of your metal shavings, just kind of flutter it across the door, and the door becomes hobbit-sized, clatters to the ground, and you can see a large box just kind of holding it from the other side.
Holding it?
Yeah, it was what was holding the door closed.
Oh.
But after it's been reduced, it basically creaks off of its own hinges and just kind of tears off the wall. And you can see a very messy storeroom on the other side. And a stairway that leads downward.
Oh.
Are there any footsteps in this old building?
There's also a doorway on the other side, I will add.
In this very old building, are there footsteps in the dust on the ground?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I will aid.
18.
Asmo's napping.
There do seem to be some footprints here. Unfortunately, this seems to have been a very well traveled room. There are some that seem to lead downstairs, some that seem to lead outside.
Based
From-
on Nara's previous tracking ability, would she be able to discern that though?
From what you can tell, it does seem that the most recent tracks, the most hurried tracks, appear to be going down the stairs.
Mm, good to know.
Mm.
What coincidence.
Are we going in?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's
Is Asmo
go.
able to...
Oh God, what's happening?
Oh.
Asmo holding out his hand. Grab...
And Nara runs up and grabs it. Sorry. Forgot about
Everything's so
the after effect.
everything's so slow.
Are you all right? All right, let's go.
Whisper kind of like nuzzles into you and begins to kind of like stick into your shadow, which then slinks into Nara's shadow.
Yeah.
You look hungover as shit. Says the half fawn boy as it walks by you.
Asmo just gives a thumb. Asmo just, when someone's like clearly getting sick in the corner and just gives a thumbs up? That's kind of what Asmo does.
Yep.
Who the hell is that?
Don't worry about it.
Name's Chimby. Nice to meet you.
Shimby?
I
Chimby.
don't have time for this.
You're right.
Always time for greeting.
Nara's gonna just start helping Asmo to the stairs so they can go down.
Oof. Creepy bit of musty air down here.
If I were a betting man, I would guess this is the larder.
Are you a betting man?
I don't like to gamble. I like to know what I'm going up against, and what I know is that there's a vampire living here, and if I know one thing about vampires, their larders are horrifying.
Sounds exciting.
He says, looking around at all these spilled bags of grain. A bit messy, I agree. You guys proceed down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Yeah.
Let me remember exactly where
Wee!
this drops out.
Would it be possible to go to the bathroom here in a moment?
If you wanted to take a break right here, I'm sure my animals would not be opposed, as they do enjoy to eat.
Yeah, my boy's going crazy, and I need to go to the bathroom real quick. So,
All right, so as you descend down the steps into the musty, copper-smelling basement, here is where we will take a quick break.
Oh my lord!
Hey guys, Lani here. If you're liking what you're watching, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really helps me feel the love for this series. And if you want to catch us live, feel free to hit us up on twitch.tv/Lanipator Mondays at 5 o'clock Central Time. Thanks for rolling with me. Now let's get back to the action. You descend down the stairs. The basement reeks of, like, basically old blood and dust. You're surrounded by three of you: Wolfgang, Asmo, Denier. It kind of brings a chill back down your spine, remembering the last time you were down beneath the Kench estate, at the mercy of Barristan.
mm-hmm.
Feels like it's been forever.
Man, I hate this place.
Nara's gonna gasp and grab Asmo.
What? What is it?
We left bodies upstairs.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Asmo
No.
just
Now's not the time for that.
You are all no fun.
What do you need the bodies for?
She like looks at Asmo and everyone else. Boss wants them for
Nay.
I'll teach
What?
their own.
I like you.
Thanks. Don't believe I caught your name.
Nara.
Nara. Nice to meet you, Nara.
Nice to meet you.
Chimby.
Chimby.
Hi.
Hello. She whips back to Asmo. Can we go kill things now?
I'm gonna wait for the okay, but I think things are gonna start dying pretty soon here.
Is there anything magical in this room?
Within the radius of your magical vision, you do get. There appears to be no magical objects within range.
Okay. I'm going to lower the goggles of see invisibility over my eyes and activate them.
Nothing in this room is invisible.
Okay. I'll just keep those on then.
Are there
All
any
right.
doors or passageways?
At present, there is 1, 2, 3 doors in the room, not including the stairway back up.
All right. Can I do an investigation check to try to determine tracks or anything like that to see where this person went?
The lighting down here is significantly dingier, and the ground's a bit mussier, so it's going to be more difficult, but you can go ahead and make a survival check.
Okie doke. That is a 13.
It's very hard to tell exactly where anything might have moved down here. There are, like, puddles of condensation on the ground, kind of, like, dripping from the ceiling.
Yeah,
So
I
it
don't
would
have
be
anything.
impossible to tell or hard to tell.
With his roll, impossible.
All right. Can I also try?
Yes, you may also make a survival check.
15.
There's definitely been some foot activity down here. Of all the doors, the one behind the staircase seems to be the one least traveled to. That's the best you can tell, though. Everywhere else looks like has had some foot traffic. It's hard for you to tell exactly which way was most recently traveled.
Shall we choose a door then?
Yep, gonna have to.
Let's be very cautious. We've traveled
could
these
always-
halls once before, but we don't know what's changed since then.
Well, shall we?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I don't know if you're above game or below game now. I don't know.
Good.
This way is. I'm gonna try to open this door right here, Lenny.
All right. As you open it, I want you to make me a Constitution save.
Oh.
Okie doke.
Oh,
As from beyond the door,
19.
Oh.
a contraption within the door itself, as you crack it, a purple mist flies into your face. You just kind of like brush it away, just yeah, and no effect seems to come from it.
grass.
So that's what it's like to be on the other side of that. Yeah.
The what?
Locke sprayed me with some kind of purple mist.
Gross.
All right, you look beyond. This space definitely, like, it looks like it used to hold, or at least, I mean, it still seems to operate as storage for some of the older tomes and just like equipment for the Kench family. But obviously it's been in disrepair for some time. Or maybe all at once something bad just happened here and everything was tossed about. Hard to say based on the condition of the room. But there is a series of gated doors at the end of the room, which I guess you can see through, to up to another set of gated doors on the other side, which you no doubt believe leads to the dungeon area of this estate.
Yeah, I think we've got. I think we're going in the right direction. Though, be careful. I think this place is trapped.
And there's another set of bars at the on the southern wall down there, which you can't quite see through from your current position.
All right, I will begin moving into the room. And I will peek my head around that corner.
As you look around the corner, you see into the room down there. Looks like a room full of various devices, jugs filled with mysterious liquids, implements of torture, no doubt. Tables, chains rattling at their side, blood spilled on the floor. Looks to be a old furnace that is not burning right now, but various instruments of prodding nature sticking out of them.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
What don't you like?
Looks like a torture chamber.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna slowly make my way into the room as well.
Chimby is just kind of like looking around the room, picking up scraps of paper.
And there's bars everywhere, correct?
Yes, all of these doorways here are basically like either just straight bars. The one in the center is a barred gate.
Nara's like holding on to the bars and looking through and getting all the sparkles in her eyes at seeing all the instruments of torture on the other side.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
$13.
You see a box in the corner of the room that looks to be filled with various discarded items, possibly from the room's victims.
Wonder if something useful could be in there. Let me see.
Wolfgang, as you've gotten closer to the bars, you can see through the other bars, through that hallway where there's just a bunch of stacked boxes, some of them overturned, and another area just filled with barred off walls at the far off side. What were you going to say, Nara?
I could use acid splash to melt these bars, couldn't I?
I mean, probably. It wouldn't take too much to. These bars are. I mean, they were certainly very strong once, but they're slightly rusted in their current condition. This entire area, by the way, to any of you who are magically inclined, especially those who have been here previously, feels tainted. Like there's an ethereal funk in the air.
Gross. I want it.
You attack the lock. You attack the lock with acid, and it just kind of melts away. You hear the metal whining and hissing, and then the inevitable pop of the locking mechanism as it just kind of like falls loose.
Now I get. And she starts to walk into the room, but looking around to see if there's anything that might stab her. So she doesn't like this building.
Go ahead
Lani,
and... Yes?
my goggles of see invisibility allow me to see into the ethereal plane.
I will let you know if you spot... I will let you know if there's something hiding.
Gotcha.
Nara, go ahead and make me a perception check.
30.
Holy shit.
As you walk into the room...
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You glance around, and you're aware that things strike from all angles.
Yes.
So you're looking down at the ground, looking under, looking kind of like at the shadows beneath the tables in front of you, in the shadows of the furnace. You see movement in one of the buckets of liquid. You see movement in another bucket of liquid. And you see a drop of liquid fall in front of you. As you step backwards, a blob falls to the ground.
Shit.
Just missing you. As another slime kind of ekes out of a bucket and just kind of rolls forward. Another one ekes out of the other bucket.
Can we close the door? Let's close the door.
The slimes begin to undulate towards you. Roll initiative.
Oh, God.
17.
4.
Oh.
11.
It's in the bookcase.
18.
All right.
But last time when we found these ichor things.
At least they're not red.
Around.
You're right, they're not red. So they're not.
Now the question is, what?
Look, are these those blood ichor things? Or are these a different kind of slime?
These do appear to be a different kind of slime from what Denier was describing. Nara, you rolled 17 for your initiative.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Wolfgang was 11. Sorry, just getting everybody
Oh, you're fine, you're fine.
situated. All right.
Let's see.
And Denier, Chimby is on your initiative, right?
Correct. He goes directly after me.
Right. Makes sense. He was very much distracted by these pieces of paper. This used to be a tree.
Yeah.
Hey, what's them?
All
right.
Oh.
Asmo, you're up first.
Okay, so Asmo's gonna like slide between her legs real quick into the action.
Oh my.
Woo!
Oh, damn it! All right, Asmo jumps right into it. God damn it! And immediately slashes down with Chimera Fang at the one right in front of her. 16.
16 will hit these things.
8 plus 1 electric, 9 points of damage.
All right, you slash Chimera through. It kind of sizzles and hisses for a moment, looking like it might possibly like trying to get a grab onto Chimera, but the field around Chimera seems to be holding it at bay as the creature just kind of like bubbles and just kind of like splashes back down. You take 1 point of acid damage.
Oh.
I do. Oh man. Okay.
You
All right.
do.
All right. Asmo pulls out Kabuto for his offhand strike. 28.
28 points. 28 will hit.
7 piercing, 2 cold.
As you kind of like wince at the acid that splashes off your face, you strike forward with Kabuto, piercing into it. But the ice of Kabuto seems to actually harm it as it kind of contracts and kind of folds in on itself.
I didn't care if it doesn't like
Yeah,
elemental
that's-
attacks, does it now?
It doesn't seem to like the cold at the very least, from what you can tell.
Now, it's my offhand, sadly. So, well, Asmo's gonna follow through with his third. Actually, got 4 attacks. My goodness, here. All right, another Fang attack from Chimera, and that is a 13.
That is going to miss. By the way, from your attack with Kabuto, you take a additional 1 point of acid damage.
No problem. And okay, so that attack misses. So one more from Kabuto, and that is a 13. Okay.
Also,
that's-
unfortunately, misses. As the creature is now like more wary of you, it's just kind of like sliding back and forth, kind of like that weird monster mold in that episode of Cowboy Bebop, just kind of like sliding to the side, trying to stay out of your way.
That thing was devastating.
It was. Nara, you're up.
I wonder if Chill Touch would do anything.
Pretty sure that's
It's necrotic.
that's necrotic. So you don't know.
But the way you said that makes me question.
Good.
I'll give it a whirl on the one to Nara's facing. It's to her right.
All right. Is Chill Touch a touch
Aw.
attack? Like what's 120 feet? Yeah, no, that's within range, but you're not getting
It's
that.
not great. Dang.
It kind of like clings to the wall, slides down really quickly as this beam, like, let's just call it what it is. It's basically a Mortal Kombat attack where you're firing a skull-like aura at this thing. Just kind of slides down the wall, splats onto the ground.
And as the bonus, I'll do Tango Muerte and see if that does anything. Ranged.
Tango Muerte to launch it is a action, unfortunately.
Oh,
you can
shoot.
use a bonus action to activate
I
it
see.
again.
Let's see. What can I even do as bonus then? You know what? I'll just scooch over there and back one. Call that a day.
All right. Asmo, the slime that you attacked is kind of rearing back. And then in this almost like flying squirrel-like motion, lunges forward, sweeping its body out, and is going to attempt to envelop you.
Oh shit!
Ew.
Go ahead and make me a dexterity save.
A dexterity save.
Oh, wait. What am I rolling?
12.
The creature undulates outwards and kind of wraps itself around you. You begin to feel yourself, you begin to feel your flesh, your exposed bits of flesh bubbling and writhing as this thing begins to kind of seep beneath your armor. You
Shit.
take 14 points of acid damage,
Oh no!
Oh.
No!
and you are considered grappled by this thing, but grapple in this thing is, it has different rules.
Oh, I'm assuming so. God, no! Why did you want to go in this room? Ah!
I wanted stuff.
Wolfgang, you're
I'm
up.
getting it.
I hear the shrill screams of Asmo the Snake Man, and what? Oh.
You see him dancing around as this ooze is seeping its way into his cloak and armor.
It
Oh,
was
God,
my
okay.
flesh. It was
But
my flesh.
I can still clearly see it, right?
Yeah, it's basically Asmo has this outer coating on himself that looks like sizzly jelly.
All right, hold still. Gonna get it off of you. Eldritch Blast. On
Fire
the
away.
creature is enveloping Asmo. Pew! 10?
Oh.
Will not hit, unfortunately.
Oh.
Darren. Don't worry. I got 2 more. 25
Oh.
Will hit.
for 10 force damage. Holy shit.
There we go.
A large splat from this, like basically a bubble of this thing that's trying to ease its way down like your neck hole. just kind of fires off to the back.
Does it still look like it's on him?
Yes.
right.
It is still kind of writhing and trying to get beneath Asmo's gear.
All right, one more. No. No! That's one.
My God.
Roll damage.
No.
Oh no. To it? Oh.
No.
6 force damage.
Oh.
As you fire again, you think like, aha, got it that time, and you fire again, bam, nailing Asmo in the back of the head.
I said hold still.
Asmo, you take 6 force damage.
Mother.
I will use my bonus action to expend 2 uses of my healing light to heal Asmo for 2d6.
Oh my God.
All right, roll out those 2d6.
Here we go. 5.
Hey, you know what? It's
Almost
better
made
than-
up for it.
Oh, it's better than not.
Sorry. And that'll be my turn.
All right. This other ooze, seeing only one other creature in here, is going to splat over. Seeing as you are already currently entangled with one,
Oh no.
it will decide to kind of like reach out and kind of slap you with a kind of a tendril. Just basically giving you like a nice little tentacle up the side of the head, just like caressing down the side of your face. That is a 19 to hit.
I activate my special ability.
Which is?
I
Actually, I do believe you have.
I do actually have an ability for this.
Defensive duelist.
Exactly, yeah. Defensive duel. I'm trying to find it on my list here. Defensive duelist. You can use your reaction to add your proficiency bonus, which is 4. So my AC is 23 right now.
All right, so you bring up Kabuto and kind of repel it with what you know was hurting it before. It just kind of hisses away. Oh, God, I shouldn't have made that noise. From the cold, and you manage to block it.
Okay.
The other one rolls up behind you.
Oh my God.
Gosh, Jamie!
Oh
like,
no!
What up, boy? And rolls a nat 1, so I guess it hits the other slime
Wow.
by my
great.
rules. They don't do a lot of damage to each other, but yeah, okay, I'll mark that in. As it just kind of slaps it, the other one just kind of slaps it back a little. It's like, this is my space.
I'm just imagining it's the Amoeba Boys from fucking Powerpuff Girls.
Oh
Like,
my
you know.
God. It is.
Mhm.
All right, Denier.
All right, Danier's gonna move over here so that he has line of sight on this here green boy. And I'm gonna cast Firebolt on it.
Alrighty. Fire away.
Firebolt is a 14.
That is gonna miss.
All right.
Oh.
Chimby is going to move around, flanking behind Wolfgang. He's then going to use his phase step to teleport behind this boy right here.
Check this shit out. Smack.
Oh.
What's up,
And-
Slimy?
With that, he gets advantage on his first attack. 24,
Hits.
12 slashing, 1 force. Or excuse me, 12 piercing, 1 force.
All right.
Attack number
Is his sword magical?
I believe it is.
Okay. Slashes through it, cutting this magical swath into this creature. It just kind of like writhes and twists.
Attack number 2 coming up. That is a 28
Oh.
to hit.
Ooh.
That does it.
14 damage.
Mm.
Wow.
And number 3 coming up.
Brings it down, kind
Oh
of cuts
my
a
God.
cross sword.
Oh.
That third attack just does not like it.
And now for the kill! Throws his blade. It goes inside the creature. Shit! Fuck! Oh! Oh, Madaw's gonna kill me! Oh, crap! Damn it!
You can do it! I believe in you!
I ain't touching that fucking thing! Kind of rolls up his sleeve, getting ready.
And that ends my turn and Chimby's turn.
Oh boy.
We're
my
back
God.
up the line to Asmo.
Oh, is it my turn now?
It is now your turn again.
Alrighty. Seeing as how I'm now surrounded by slimes, am I able to get my attacks off?
Yeah. Yeah,
With-
one of them is just kind of like trying to seep its way into your clothing. It's trying to get all up in there.
Well, back off, because I'm going to keep... Chimera Effect 13. Oh my god, 13. Okay, alright.
13 is not going to hit as you're just like desperately trying to like scratch at this thing wherever you can try to get at it.
Asmo's going to go for the one in front of him, the one he's been targeting this whole time. Let's just...
The one that's inside you.
Soft 20.
Soft 20
Okay.
does hit.
8 plus 3 cold.
All right, as you find a piece of it, you get like you kind of like pull open your cloak. You see it trying to seep into your armor, and you're just like you just kind of dig Kabuto in there, just between your flesh and your armor. You extend it, you fire it. You can feel it hardening all throughout your body as it crumbles and turns to dust.
Yeah.
From that experience, you do still take 1 point of acid damage from attacking it. But this particular slime is a no more.
Hey.
Well, Asmo rolls. Asmo targets the one that is between him and that weird hooved thing that keeps swearing.
You can see his sword just sitting in there as Shimbi's just kind of like delicately like moving his hand like, I don't want to put my hand in there.
15.
He is flanking.
Check. That's true. So yes, yeah, that will hit.
Oh, excellent. 11 plus 4.
11 plus 4 on the one that Shimbi has been stabbing. That is 15. And as you strike down on this one, this is with Chimera.
Yep.
Yeah, you stab into it. You can see the electricity shoot through this thing into the blade of Chimbi, and the electricity kind of sparks out of the blade, exploding this thing.
Oh my god. Yay!
And Asmo immediately, with what momentum he has, goes for
You
his...
take another point of acid damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, I do? Well, I use my bonus action to cash it in for an extra strike, so I come right back with a follow-through with Kabuto on the last one. 18.
Yay!
18 hits.
8 plus 1.
And it's cold.
All right. Yeah, once again, the ice damage seems to do more than you expected to, as that part hardens up, and it takes that hardened piece and tries to recycle it back into its body.
Okay.
Nara. Unless Asmo would like to move.
Oh, no. I know my job.
Cool. Nara, you're up.
All right, she's gonna, after having seen that you can stab things, she's going to go Tango Muerte at a distance. Oh, no!
As you launch Tango Muerte, you expect it to go straight through. This thing's just slightly more viscous than you expect, and Tango Muerte, like a cherry in Jell-O, just gets stuck inside.
What?
You can do it, Nora.
But it's already out now, right?
Yes, so
So
I
I
will allow
could-
the bonus action for you to attempt to
Hell yes!
get Tango Muerte out and attack it from within.
Hopefully her frustration will make it so powerful it'll just destroy it from the inside. Are you shitting
Oh
me?
my
Or
goodness
are you
gracious.
shitting me?
Oh my god! Nat won a second time in a row. As you try to channel your energy into Tango Muerte, nothing's coming of it, and this thing like starts to actively try to like seep onto it. It seems to be clinging to the necrotic energy of Tango Muerte.
Asmo, kill it.
We wasted all our good rolls on the dynamic entry.
Wolfgang, you're up.
It was sweet,
Okay.
though.
It was pretty sweet.
That was amazing.
Wolfgang's going to go in here and Level Requiem on it once again. Eldritch Blast.
Fire away.
Natural 20.
There you go. Now we're
also
getting
yay.
back to it.
We're back in the swing of things.
All
10 force damage.
You blast this thing, which kind of like the liquid metal robot in T2 that gets fired at with the grenade launcher, just kind of spreads apart. Tango Muerte goes tink 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 down into the back corner, and it starts to kind of like try to reform itself
Before it has time to. 26.
26 will hit,
For another 10 force damage.
and again just you're turning it into like a piece of modern art as like you're just firing at it, creating like more branches as it tries to stitch itself back together. It's doing it like significantly slower now as it raises as it tries to like get itself back into position.
One more for the road. Natural 20!
Oh my god!
Roll your damage.
All of the luck.
Oh, holy shit.
Why am I blowing all of these and haven't even fought Kench yet? 7 force damage.
And as it tries to reform itself into the core, it just splatters everywhere, ceasing to exist. Once again, you have vanquished another group of ne'er-do-wells.
There you go, Nara. Now you can go look inside safely.
Crosses her arms and walks inside, and as she passes Blonde Pan, she folds up her arms and goes, "I'm happy for you," and then goes to get the box of stuff.
He gives her a smileless wink and just blows the smoke out of his barrel.
Chimby, meanwhile, just kind of like holding his sword with 2 fingers. Anyone got a rag?
I can help you out with that, Shimby. Come on over here.
Appreciate it.
And I
Goes
will
over to you and
Yeah, I will assist my buddy with prestidigitation.
all right, you guys clean off the his blade. Nara, as you go back in there, go ahead and give me a survival check for looting the area, essentially.
Okay. 16.
All right. From the bag of discarded goods, you find 250 gold worth of fine silk. Yeah. Kench has been gathering a decent amount of things down here. Would anybody else like to roll a survival check to loot this room, or are you just letting Nara go whole hog?
Might as well.
She calls back and says, "Asmo and Denier only. There's stuff in here."
15.
Oh, I get it. I did all the work and I get none of the payment.
Asmo,
Fine, my
you can find about a pint of this acidic slime, and through many of like the discarded, like the barrels and boxes of discarded stuff, an additional 100 gold worth of various jewels and jewelry.
I got an 18.
Haha.
18. You find a hold on, let me actually roll for this one. I have a treasure table.
Ooh.
You find a Wolfgang, as Denier kind of like pulls this stuff out of the pile. The book he holds up is magical. You're not sure if it was just hidden under some lead-lined thing or whatnot, but this is just what the table tells me. You find a magical book of sorts.
Ooh, Denier is very interested.
It's magical.
What school?
It is, I don't know the school specifically,
Mhm.
but
That's okay. I can.
It appears to be it appears to be imbued with a very powerful magic that just sort of seems to be coming back to it. Like it's radiating this energy. On the front, it seems to have a it's written in Elvish. And it seems to have the carved depiction of an owl on its thick, green leathered cover.
Nara's gonna eye it over
Is that
and
Elven?
read it.
Can you read Elven?
Yes.
Yeah, they can.
Oh.
This book is kind of it seems to be an artifact of sorts. Go ahead and it basically just says Book of Elven Wisdom
Hmm.
Oh my.
or Ancient Wisdom.
Okay.
In other situations, it might be known as a. Go ahead and give me a Arcana check, there,
Me?
Daenerys.
Okie doke. That one.
Oh my
I
god.
do have identify, and I can ritual cast it.
That's fair. If you want to take the time to cast Identify on it.
While they're searching it, I will focus on this book with identify ritual casting it.
All right. You take the time while everybody else is just kind of scouring the area. Nara, as you're looking around, you also find some very fun little torture implements. You find a device with a tube at the end of it and kind of a plunger on one side. Definitely looks like it needs to be cleaned, but it looks like one side is inserted into a various orifice, and it will just keep forcing something in and just keep going until that person can't take it no more, and probably beyond.
This will be fun. This will be fun.
Daenerys, what you have in your hands is a Tome of Understanding.
Ooh, very nice. I'm gonna pocket that thing.
You slide it into your robes.
And there's nothing else I could find aside from some silk and a torture implement.
Silk's pint of slime. Asmo got some jewels. Yes,
Okay.
it's a lot. Those are some pretty nice silks.
Pretty all right.
Yeah, lots of them too. Like various silken clothing. From the looks of it, like these are definitely fine robes. Very, very relatively recently worn too. Within the past couple of weeks, you're guessing. Whoever wore these had them sometime within the last month before they ended up discarded here.
I have a feeling most of the things that were down here are newer.
That makes sense.
We should probably go.
Mm-hmm.
I would
She's
agree.
gonna
The more
go.
time, the more time they have to prepare.
She's gonna go and acid splash the other door.
Simple enough. You pop the lock once again. You're able to wander through that gateway.
Again, perception checking everything.
Go ahead.
22.
Nothing seems ready to leap out at you here.
And there's more bars as well?
Yep, just another set of bars here, which you very easily destroy once again. Like, you're able to destroy the locking mechanism with your acid pretty easily here.
Checking the ceiling.
I'm checking the floor.
All right. Still perceptioning everywhere.
As you keep moving forward, this new area that also seems to just be covered in bars seems to be the main entrance to the true dungeon. Daenerys, Asmo, Wolfgang, you recognize this corridor that you're walking towards behind these bars. This is not the way that you escaped. You walked down a tunnel that you had carved into the building for you, but
Oh yeah.
these bars were in your way if you were to try to leave the normal direction.
Wolfgang shudders.
Something wrong?
I just don't like being here.
Why? Seems cozy enough.
We've been here before.
On the receiving end.
Not enough trees or fields for it to be considered cozy by my recollection.
We have different definitions, I think. Gonna keep peeping through everything.
As you walk by there, looks like everything around here just seems to have just like a bunch of. There are several crates, just boxes, barrels, all in various states of disrepair. Some containing old scrolls, some containing old banners, flags.
Any footprints anywhere?
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
10.
Yes, but too many of them.
Right.
The area you're walking by now does lead into the Wolfgang, Denier, Asmo, the barred gate that Nara is currently facing down at the end of this hallway is the entrance to the dungeon proper. You recognize the route further back. You can even see the gateway from here where you found Giblink kind of strung up and hamstringed at the far end of that hall before the bend. Finding him down in a room locked in that way.
Yeah. Okay.
While
And
they're-
there are bars here as well.
Yes.
She's just gonna acid them again.
This time you actually don't even hear the pop of a lock. It seems like they didn't even lock this one. It just kind of sizzles and the hinge just kind of like forward.
That's worrisome. She's gonna creep down the hall.
Go ahead and give me a perception check as you do.
12.
It's enough that you can kind of hear the mutterance, and in the background,
She's gonna whip to Asmo. Asmo,
Yeah.
you need to figure out what's being said. I can hear voices.
Asmund puts his ear hole to the wall.
it's not the wall that you're hearing it from. It's from further down, past the final gate that would lead you to the dungeon that you were held in.
Pop my head around the corner. Stealthily.
Go ahead and roll me stealth.
I knew that was coming.
If you want to be stealthy, you got to roll stealth.
17.
There we go. That's why it was him.
Cool. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dun, 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 dun. 21.
Yes.
You can hear, like, in the background, you hear this kind of like sloshing and this kind of moaning sound, but over that, you hear the mutterance, the inane ramblings of a man. I must protect until the time has come. The Lord will be delivered. The Lord shall find a way. The Lord and Lady must be protected until the time is right. Intruders
looks
will not
back.
be accepted.
Asmo looks back at Nar and does the whole I think he's crazy head thing. Like pointing his finger at his head and just so I've poked my head around. Do I see anything?
As you look down this way, you recognize it as the little bend in the hallway that would lead to the cell that you were being held in.
Okay.
Back up this way before you were before your big escape.
All right, let's take a look to the left.
Down
Sneakily.
that way, you can see what looks to be just kind of like the patched up wall from where you had busted through.
Oh, no, I meant not at the end of that hallway. I mean, like, directly to my left, where my character's positioned here. There doesn't seem to be a wall here.
There is.
Oh, this is...
It
this
is
a wall?
it is a patched wall. Yes.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah. Down on this side though, you see the torture chamber where you found Giblink, and all the fun smells and bodily fluids that might come with another small torture intimate torture chamber.
All right, Asmo approaches these bars here.
You continue to hear the mutterance.
Yes, by your blood you shall protect. The brother shall protect the brother. The brother shall protect.
I quietly try to open the door.
Go ahead and give me your thieves' tools check.
24.
Okay.
Yes.
Do well. Give me a stealth with advantage with that.
Natural 20.
Oh.
That is
Oh my
very,
God.
very good
Yes.
in the advantage there.
Oh,
You very...
wow.
And almost like this gate itself has been oiled. You just slide it open very quietly.
With that natural 20, can I peek around the corner without being noticed?
I will, with that natural 20, I will let I will let it continue to slide, that stealth check as you peer
you.
around the corner into the gated cell where you guys were once held.
Oh.
You see at the far end what seems to be a living corpse just kind of being like strung up by its arms between these two pillars, blood draining from its wounds. It looks long since dead, as its eyes are sunken way far into the back of its skull. They kind of glitter with this sense of hopelessness as this cloaked man stands before it.
It is by your blood that the ritual shall be protected. By your blood that the heir shall be brought. You shall do the service. The brother shall protect the brother. I shall see it through.
Asmo motions for everyone, like, get the fuck over here. Like, one of those, like, faces, like, come on, get over here, guys. Asmo, I just point at the guy with the hood, and I do the throat slit thing.
He's not currently facing you.
And Asmo points at Denier. Asmo points at Denier, but then Asmo pulls out of his pocket 2 gold coins and rubs them together. I'm Bob's the eyebrows. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Wolfgang points down at the fey creature.
Denier
What?
points over towards Chimby, shakes his head no.
Hi, what are we doing?
They want me to cast a spell, but if I cast a spell, you disappear.
Oh, I get to go
Asmo.
home.
Why don't we? Asmo whispers. Well, why did you send him in there and just have him go fucking crazy on that dude?
I'm going to stab him in the arse.
Oh, you do that?
Sure, why the fuck not? I just need word from him. There's some fucking contracts and all that. Can't exactly listen to you or, you know?
Asmo gets 2 thumbs up.
Go on, go do it.
All right then.
And,
Walks in, phase steps, whoop, stibbity stabbity.
and he's going to take 3 attacks.
All right.
First one with advantage.
Oh.
25 to hit will in fact hit as this man just sitting there, just kind of like holding his hands, almost in kind of like a prayer like motion.
Blood shall protect blood. Brother shall protect brother. Until the
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god.
That is 19
Ah!
points of damage.
Ha!
Beautiful.
A sizable chunk of damage, to be sure. Hold on, let me mark up my thing here. 19. Okay. Go ahead and roll second attack.
Second attack is a 23.
Oh my god.
Slicey dicey, you culty bitch! Slicey dice.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That is an additional 17 points of damage.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Attack number 3.
That is
23.
Oh my god.
also, in fact, hits.
18 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And as he's
Oh.
just stab, stab, stab,
By my blood, this ritual
slice! His head rolls to the ground.
shall be complete.
Okay, now that that guy's gone, I think
Asmo points at the person hung up.
I think that man in the robe was making him part of a sacrifice, the brother, to keep the brother safe. I don't know. Denier, Wolfgang, this shit's yours.
What did he say? What was the last
As-
part?
Asmo, you can ask him. Asmo quickly grabs the body in the head and touches it with the ring to send
Yeah,
the body.
Yeah, I should not have deleted the body, but now it is as the blood continues to leak out of him. It joins the puddle beneath the hanging creature. The blood continues to spill. The body sizzles up. The eyes still kind of moving about as if the brain hasn't quite dead. The head is in shock. The mouth keeps moving. Asmo, make a perception check, I guess, as you're holding the head. Or insight. Insight, I'm sorry.
Oh, excellent. 17.
As you're looking at its lips, you can make out the words, by my blood, by my blood, by my blood, be born.
Are you referring to the corpse of the guy we just killed, or
Yeah,
the...
the head you are holding, its mouth is still moving.
Now that's weird as shit.
Asmo grabs it with the
I
grabs
think we just
him.
completed a ritual.
Wolfgang, as you get in line of sights of this creature being like strung up at the far end, its eyes peer to you. Almost in kind of like a sense of longing, just like it recognizes you somehow.
Nara puts
Do I recognize it at all?
Absolutely not. You can go ahead and make a perception check.
Sort of tilts his hat above his eyes. Perception. 14.
You recognize that the symbols on its old tattered, like one of the sigils on its old tattered, looks to be kind of like decorative armor, but it's kind of like fallen to shit over years of decomposition, does bear the Kench label. And it's like, it bears the Kench family sigil as the creature starts to undulate. As the blood beneath it begins to ripple and pool and starts to creep up around its leg, climbing.
Nara's
Does it
gonna-
look panicked?
Yes.
Nara's
Is it-
gonna cast a scorching ray at the bloodiker on the ground.
Go for it.
Oh.
I
have to do 3?
I think you also have to roll to hit on them. I think I
Why
might
did
have.
that
you do.
Yeah, that was
happen?
weird.
I
don't know why that.
understand.
I don't know why that happened. You
It's
should.
3
That's-
different themes.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
roll
it didn't-
20.
Oh, I think that's probably why.
What happened? What happened?
What happened? I
Oh,
think on your character sheet. Let me open it up just to take a.
Yeah, she probably
look.
doesn't have an attack on her scorching ray. She just has damage.
Yo?
Maybe.
That sounds right.
Character sheet. Let me take a look. Oh, okay. Go to your core, and there
Oh.
should be one. Sorry, I have the ability to do that.
Yep.
Uh,
There it is. Blep.
yeah, still. Yeah,
What
that's
the
still.
heck?
Hold on. Let me fix. Attack.
Ah!
There we go.
Okay.
Plus proficiency. Okay, I fix. There we go. Now it
Thanks.
should be a
I
thing.
click.
Yeah.
Click.
I was. Oh my!
I'm so angry.
I am
can't
upset
process
for you.
My emotions.
That's a natural one for those listening. As the firebolt just kind of streaks past, pshing, you nail one of the chains holding this thing up, and it slaps down further into the ichor, which crawls over it. The
You
ichor
get two
begins to
more.
crawl. You do, but that natural one has made things worse.
Nara.
So go ahead and
just-
fire 2 more.
Oh, I'm firing 2 more at this?
Yes,
Wait, am I clicking or am I just clicking the...
you're
the-
you're rolling to hit.
Oh, I'm rolling to hit. Oh, thank God.
Yes. So they don't all go with that
20?
one. The 20 does hit the ichor beneath it as it's climbing all over this creature.
Okay. And so then I get to roll, do the 2 damage, correct? Because there were 3.
You get the 1 damage for this one for hitting. And then you roll to hit 1 more time for the
I
third
see.
beam.
Okay, so 4 fire on that one.
All right. The fire seems to hit into this ichor, sizzle as it continues to climb over this creature, which is now flailing at its arm and kind of panicking.
And she's got 1 more, which is a 19.
Also hits.
6.
Once again, sizzles into the ichor, dealing some damage before it can crawl over this creature and overtake it as this red ooze envelops this creature's body. The form very similar to the red ooze you had found earlier. It ripples up and covers this creature's head, body, and arms.
Not good.
Roll initiative.
Fuck.
Well, I thought we were gonna talk to this guy.
9.
11.
Unfortunately, you murdered the guy that was doing all the stuff real quick.
Yeah, we should have
And-
killed the person on the chains who was fucked regardless.
22.
Ooh, big initiatives, though.
Great.
All right, let me mark these down.
Wow.
Wowzers!
I see. So you've chosen death.
Oh, did Asmo get to send any part of that body?
He sent the head and the main part of the body of the
God.
of
That's
the,
what you're worried about?
of the crazed cloaked wearer.
Okay. So basically he sent the whole thing except for some of the blood.
Separate pieces. Best I could.
Okay.
Daenerys at 11. And Nara is on 9. All right, Wolfgang, you're up.
Oh God. All right. I might as well just. I can't get close to this thing. I'm not sure if I want to either. So I'm just gonna take a note from Nara and whip out some more Eldritch Blast on this motherfucker.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
25.
What?
25 will hit.
8 force damage.
Oh, one of us is doing damage.
All right. You see a shrink as the slime kind of like catches the ball, explodes a little bit, reforms around the head of the creature.
It was almost natural, but soft 20
Soft 20 does hit.
for another 2 force damage.
All right. Once again, plah! Another
Uno
splatter.
mas.
This time kind of in the middle body, kind of glancing off the side.
And another 25
25 also hits.
for an additional 8 force damage.
Yeah, so pop, 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 just kind of like splatters to the side as it, as the discarded pieces kind of crawl back up the leg. Asmo.
The heck is this?
Oh, sorry, Wolfgang. If you'd like to move or
yeah,
use a
I'm just
bonus
gonna-
action.
I'm just going to get a little bit closer. I really don't have much for my bonus actions. I'm just going to stay put.
All right.
Actually, hang on. If I ignite Crescendo, will that stay until my next attack?
The bonus action to use Crescendo's Ignite is part of the attack.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, it's kind of like a paladin's smite, you know?
Gotcha.
All right, Asmo, you're up.
Okay, Asmo just like,
What the hell is this thing?
You get no answer.
oh,
I have no idea, but it's
Yeah,
wearing
shit.
it's wearing Kench brand armor.
Chimby just looks at you. I got no clue either.
He kept talking about his brother. The brother of the brother. I think this is Kench's dead brother.
Wasn't aware that he had one.
Asmo just shrugs with both blades in his hand, like,
Wolfgang, go ahead and give me a intelligence check with advantage.
Probably something I forgot. 13.
Something about Kench having a brother does ring a bell. Has something to do with something you had in the past. Anyway, Asmo, your move.
Asmo's gonna keep a slight distance here, and Asmo is gonna pull out, start swinging the javelin chain, and then throws it at the creature, whatever it is. 15.
15 will not hit. As it flies forward, it kind of goes wild from you and just kind of clatters at the back wall as you whip the chain back.
All right, Asmo is going to stay and take a defensive action. Am I able to do that, or did I waste my...
Defensive action would be, like, your action was to attack, so you've already used your action.
Alrighty then I'm gonna pull out 2 knives out of my holster. Is it okay if I throw some knives at this thing?
Yeah, you can throw daggers.
2 thrown daggers. 1, 2. 22 and a 19.
Both of those hit.
Beautiful.
With the dagars.
7 and 8. Jesus.
The daggers fly in, split, just kind of like land inside the ooze. They don't seem to do as much damage as you would have hoped, but it looks like they might have done some.
Okay, that ends my turn.
All right. Next up, we have the creature that is going to make an athletics roll to rip its other hand
wait.
free from the chain on the wall.
Shit. I forgot I actually have a 4th attack.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say you used your bonus action to pull out daggers.
Okay, that's fine then.
Pshing! The chain rips from the other side as this creature kind of lumbers forward, like very kind of like shakily and almost like hesitantly, as it seems like this ooze is kind of taking the initiative here. It swings its arm out to try to whip the chain at you, Asmo.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, that's a 21 to hit.
Well, then I'm gonna take a defensive duelist action and avoid that hit.
Yeah, you kind of like duck down and the chain swings wildly over your head, just narrowly missing Chimby. Whoa!
Oh.
Those are its 2 actions. To do now the slime.
The slime.
The slime.
The slime.
Janir, I want you to make a wisdom save, as you can feel your thoughts getting, with advantage, mind you.
22.
Good
You can
thing.
feel a very...
Good thing.
All of us, or
no, just a near.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You feel a very familiar feeling trying to eke its way into your head, and as you glance back over at this thing, you almost see a malicious smile twist onto this thing's half-formed face, which then goes back to its look of panicked, not like panicked compliance. Danir, it is now your turn.
Danir snarls. He throws a firebolt at it, and he is going to back away. Let's see, firebolt. That is a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
11 fire damage. Denier is going to back away to here, and while he does, Chimby is going to move forward. He's going to...
The fuck I am? I guess I will.
Oh.
Fuck you, contracts!
I'll get you a drink after this.
You fucking best!
And he is going to use his swing with advantage. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
16 points of damage.
Whoa.
Fucking little warrior, man.
Attack number 2. 20.
20 also hits.
15 points of damage. And attack number 3 is an 11. That probably won't hit.
Yeah, his third attack he just has terrible luck with. Slice! Slice! Swoosh! As a tendril from the creature just kind of like goes back out to try to slap him. He just kind of limbos down, missing him with his own blade. Speaking of which, he's going to use... does he have anything else he can do on his turn?
Him? No.
Okay. The slime is going to use one of its legendary actions to whip... to actually whip at Chimby with a tendril of slime. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 points necrotic.
Okay.
Nara, you're up.
She's gonna give that scorching ray another go.
All right.
I hope.
Go for it.
14.
Unfortunately, 14 is going to miss as you kind of clatter against one of the pillars beside you and Asmo.
1.
Roll damage.
Oh no.
7.
Asmo, you feel a searing hot boom bolt of fire in the back of your skull.
Ah!
Sorry.
God! Yeah.
And she's just gonna cast the other one. 20.
And as Asmo's like ducking and wincing from the pain, you let off your apology, and it fires forth and hits true.
For 10 damage.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's fucking deal with this thing.
Do you have
then-
anything you'd like to do as a bonus action or a
I'm
movement?
gonna send out a whisper. Yes. Boop, boop, boop.
Meow, meow, meow.
It pulls itself free from your shadow once again, kind of like rubs up against you. What do you designate as its target?
She points at the she points at the ichor.
All right. Whisper takes that for what it is. Let me roll Whisper's initiative.
Would it understand her at all?
You and Whisper have kind of a telekinetic, kind of a psychic connection. So
Okay.
yes, whatever you
Okay.
indicate as its target will be its target. It
Great.
knows to attack the ichor.
Yes.
And it rolled really well, so I'm just going to say Whisper goes directly after you. So Whisper immediately leaps into action to try to bite at the ichor itself. Try to tear it away from this creature within.
Perfect.
That is a 19 to hit. That will hit. Just kind of rips in and just shrinks, starts kind of like tearing away at the ichor. All right. Back up order, Wolfgang.
Would I recognize this ichor?
Go ahead and give me another I guess you could either give me an arcane check or a history check with advantage.
They're both the same, so I'll take the history check with advantage.
Makes sense for me.
15.
All of it's starting to kind of come back to you. In the mines beneath Silver Rock, you came into contact with that red slime that seemed to be a kind of a focus point of some of the bleeding gods' resonant energy. And you remember a blade you found down in those mines as well. A blade that is currently sticking out of the chest of the creature that is trying so desperately to get itself back.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh no.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh boy. Is this what
all right.
Wait, hold on. Oh my god.
Yep, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, seeing as this is a bleeding god thing, I'm going to use a bonus action to ignite Crescendo.
Oh, this will be fun.
I'm gonna flank with a satyr. And I'm gonna go for it.
As you attack with Crescendo, this look of betrayal crosses over the eyes of the being within the Ichor, and you roll with disadvantage.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You are within range of an item that you are currently attached to.
I'm fucking still cursed by the Sword of Vengeance.
You are cursed by the Sword of Vengeance. It was never uncursed.
I'm trying to help you!
the thought, what the fuck is this, goes through your head. And you miss wildly as that thought crosses your mind.
Just growl at it. I'm trying to help you, you piece of... And I'll go for it again.
Nara, like, peeps around Asmo and has, like, a
I have been-
shit-eating grin.
I have been waiting for this for so long.
12.
And once again, you just get somehow
Wait a
Crescendo feels
minute.
Somehow Crescendo feels alien to you.
If I'm flanking, I still get the +2 though, right?
Yes, and neither of those will hit.
Shit. Well, that was me.
Fuck that sword. Anyway.
So the sword is sticking out of the thing's chest?
Yes. Currently, it looks like it's wriggling inside this thing. This being's chest. Definitely looks like it was part of some ritual or maybe some sick sort of torture. Hard to say, but you know, the guy that you could have asked is definitely no longer with you.
Right.
So yeah, Wolfgang, you are currently dealing with an internal struggle from a magical blade.
His eyes are just narrowed to the point of looking closed.
The creature looks back at you with this, "I'm sorry, I thought we had something," look.
Oh my god.
Oh my gentle sweet god. Okay.
It's going to use another one of its legendary actions.
Wait, what?
As a slime tendril whips out at you, Wolfgang. That is a 16 to hit.
That is my AC.
Alright, so that hits. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And 3 necrotic.
Reduced because I am resistant to necrotic damage.
Yep.
To 1 or 2?
I usually round up with this stuff, so I'd go with 2.
Okay.
Asmo, you're up.
Sort of
sorry.
glowing white wing gets in front of my body and takes most of the blow.
Asmo, you're up.
Alrighty, Asmo's seeing that. Looks like we gotta kill this thing. Asmo's going to immediately box it in from the other side.
Alright.
And oh yeah, here we go. But Asmo's gonna switch. Can I switch my main while I'm doing that? Can I switch over to my main? Switch my main hand.
With a bonus action, yes.
Okay,
To equip a different to equip a different weapon, I'm gonna say it's a
okay,
bonus action
the
in
reason,
combat.
The reason why I did that was I wanted to get an extra attack with my one of my weapons. I'll just scrap that then.
I mean, if you want to use your better weapons, you're going to have to switch over at some point anyway.
That's true, but here we go. All right, Asmo jump. Wait, I'm being silly. I'm sorry, I'm used to new attacks. Okay, Asmo jumps in immediately. Chimera Fang. 21.
21 hits.
9 plus 1 electric. 10.
All right, that's 10 points of damage as you slap into this thing.
Immediately follow through with Kabuto in my left hand.
You. Okay, so did you use your bonus
switch.
action to re-equip weapons? Because at present you are holding your throwing daggers and your chain.
Okay, then yes, I am. I have
Okay.
sacrificed my bonus action. Okay.
Okay, so you have 3 attacks.
All right, so Kabuto. 9
hits.
plus 4.
All right, and as you do this, a piece of the slime ekes out and kind of separates it from the body as the veneer of slime, this thick, viscous veneer of slime, gets thinner on the creature.
Oh, does it now? Asmo's gonna hit it as hard as he can. Chimera Fang one more time. Oh, 13.
You were kind of expecting to slice at it with its normal thickness and viscosity, but you just kind of miss as this piece of the slime just slurps away and onto the ground.
Okay.
Everybody around the body, make me a dexterity save, and that's going to include the piece of slime that just plopped out.
Oh, God.
Am I close enough, or?
No.
Okay, cool.
9.
9 will not make it.
18.
I need-
Oh, gotcha. For Chimbi. Yeah. 18? 18 makes it. Yes, you do.
Oh, okay. 17.
That also makes it. All right, so Wolfgang, you take 12 points of slashing damage as this guy just kind of like torques, like kind of spins like a top, whirling this chain. Everybody else takes half.
Ow.
How muchy?
Sorry,
Cut
I
out.
moved the dice. What did I say? How much damage did you take, Wolfgang?
12.
So you take 6, Asmo. Oh, and I need to
Yay.
roll for Whisper, too. My bad. Whisper passes. Whisper only
Oh.
takes 6. And the slime takes 6 as well, as, like, the chain goes through the slime and then slaps Wolfgang. All right, it is now Slimo's turn. As it's... Asmo, you can feel something trying to permeate into your brain. I want you to make me
no.
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my goodness, Nick. Why must you do this? Oh, it's 9, Nick.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
You now have a deep compulsion to murder your nearest friend.
Asmo turns and looks at the satyr.
What? I'm about to kill it, I think. I didn't even want to be here.
Asmo holds up a knife like a saw. No, I don't have to attack yet. I'm still a ways away before my turn.
Yes. Daenerys,
Yes.
you're up.
I don't suppose I would notice that Asmo's beginning to act a little bit strange, correct?
You could give me an arcane check as a free action, I guess.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You saw the telltale pink-hued glow in his one eye. His shoulders kind of like dropped a little before he picked up his stance. You can tell that something just happened. Something in the ether tells you that a spell was cast on Asmo.
Oh, I fucking think not. I cast a spell magic on Asmo.
Oh, thank you.
What level?
Level 3.
All right, give me an arcane check.
Okay. Due to my, due to my arcane tradition of improved abjuration, I have advantage on this.
Cool. Hit it up.
27.
Asmo, as you're priming yourself to stab the shit out of that satyr, your eye flashes again, and you know exactly what happened. You've been here, the same old fucking song and dance.
And that Denier will use a free action. Guard your mind. It's trying to attack your minds. And that ends Denier's turn. Chimbley will take 3 attacks on the mound of slime in front of him.
Chimby time!
It's indeed Chimby time. Chimby time attack number 1, 17.
17 misses.
Okay.
Oh.
Chimby
Okay.
time. Actually,
Oh!
question first attack, he is flanking with Wolfgang. Does he still get the +2?
Oh, yes. The +2 would work with Wolfgang.
Yeah.
I will let that other one slide as well. So go ahead and roll damage for the first attack real quick.
Okay, first attack is 13 points damage.
Oh.
The damage for the crit, that is 13 plus 8, so 21 points of damage. And Chimby time attack number 3 is a 12. 14.
That is, in fact, going to miss, but what happens as he slices through, this slime is getting thinner and thinner and thinner. It seems to be eking away from the body.
To where? Oh.
Yes. It is in a decent amount of pain, though. Nara, you're up.
Let's try for... Let's see. She's going to go for... she's just gonna try acid splash again on it and see what happens.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and cast that. It makes it save with relative ease. Your acid kind of like skitters off the side. It slinks down, kind of parts away like the Red Sea, and the acid misses it.
That's not great. And
It's-
then I can't really... Oh, wait. A bonus... No. Okay. I couldn't do anything with that. Okay. She's just gonna back up. Because she's having a bad day.
All right. As you move, it's going to make an attack of opportunity on you.
Of course it is.
As one of its tendrils whams up, and that is a 17 to hit.
Yep. I'm a good old 13 there, so...
All right, that is 6 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of necrotic damage.
Alright.
And it's now going to use one of its legendary, well, I guess it's legendary action
Oh, yeah.
to attempt to slam a tendril down onto Wolfgang as well. But with
Again?
a 13 to hit, that ain't gonna do shit.
Ooh.
There.
Got your number now, motherfucker.
Speaking of which, Whisper up now. Gonna once again go for the slime that it's been told to hunt. 18 to hit, Whisper hits. Additional. As Whisper continues to claw and drag and rip some of the slime away, kind of chews at it and
She's just like, she's still too salty. This has been salt maximum, highest sodium content possible day.
And with that, Wolfgang, it's your up.
Oh, God. Okay.
Hey, Wolfgang!
That's me. All right. So if I move away from this skeleton dude, will I get an attack of opportunity on me?
At its current, like it barely has any slime covering it right now, so you're not sure whether
Okay.
it's friendly to you or not.
I'll risk it. I'll go. Meow.
I'm going to roll something for it. It does not attack you.
Great. In that case, I'm going to attack the red ooze.
Right, attack away.
With Radiant Crescendo.
At disadvantage.
Fucking. At least I'm flanking.
Yeah!
18.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Radiant Crescendo. 9 slashing, 11 radiant.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Ha!
Oh.
So, I look at the sword of entrance. I catch the gleam off of its hilt in my eye, and I just hang on. I'm in the middle of something, please. That's what that light is for.
Wolfgang has a very specific.
Yeah, your patron.
You're fine. You're
man.
fine, dude. You're fine, dude.
For God's sake. So the gleam of light catches off of my eyes, and I just look at it like, this could have been you. And I slam Crescendo into this oblex as, like, white energy feathers just explode out from the hilt of the sword, and then, like, cracks of white energy begin to build up within this thing, and it just is
All right.
unmade.
As you slice into this thing, the holy energy permeating around you, the feathers flutter around, luminous and gold, as this white blade carves into this creature. The faces form like just beams of light shooting out of all of the orifices, the mouth, the nose, the eyes, until like so many faces appear, one after the other, each a different face. Some seem actually somewhat familiar from those that you might have passed in Silver Rock in the past, as the creature explodes into the ether. A red mist kind of hangs in the air. Don't breathe that. You just kind of like swirl it around as the feathers trickle around you, burning luminous. As they land on the ground, they flutter out, as does Crescendo. And here is where we'll end today's session.